Welcome back to the Final K, and I think the camera's sitting a bit off, but welcome back anyway. And I've missed it. I have missed it. The main part of this race, I missed it by like literally 30 seconds. Tadej Pogacar has attacked, and he's went solo. 50 kilometers to go. Felix Gal was the only one that was able to follow, but he has dropped off, and he's got about a 5-second gap with Tadej Pogacar up ahead of him now. We do have a big group though that is chasing. We'll see how this goes. They are on the second Category 1 climb of the day. And we're going to see how this one plays out. So, well, I mean, I think we know how I'm talking about how second is going to play it. I mean, Tadej Pogacar, you can still see Felix Gal in the distance. He's in the shade. I thought you couldn't see him anymore, but no, you can. In fact, still see Felix Gal. I'm still waiting on confirmation to see who's involved in this chasing group. The third group down, or the peloton from now on, I guess you could, from what you could call it. They've only. I said to myself, go live for the start of the climb, and I missed the start of the climb, and then I had to quickly run and do something. Came back downstairs, and Tadej Pogacar had already attacked. I thought, you're joking. But we've got Tadej Pogacar on his own, 49.5 kilometers to go, and I think we're just going to have to watch another Tadej Pogacar masterclass here. Someone did say in my TikTok comments that this has a Tadej Pogacar 50 kilometer solo written all over it. Who is that for Red Bull Borhansgrohe dropping? That is Luke Tuckwell. Oh no, that is not what I want to see. Visma Lisa Bike, they have got Ben Tullett is also dropping off the back as well. So still no confirmation as who is involved in this third group, but we do know Felix Gal is between Tadej Pogacar and the peloton that is chasing. I know Richard Carapaz is involved in the peloton. I did see him involved there. But hello Kat, hello Stephanie as well. Hello. Gal is now 18 seconds down on Tadej Pogacar. 18 seconds already. And Tadej Pogacar probably hasn't even broken a sweat. Who's that? 16. I don't even know what group it is. It's on at the moment. Pablo Torres. The camera was just on Pablo Torres there, but I don't know. Where's Felix Gal? Oh my days! The gap already. Oh, this is going to be a brutal win. It's just going to be absolute demolition. Right, I think we're getting confirmation now of who is in the chasing group. Right, PCS have just got Tobias Hallen Johannesson and Richard Carapaz up on it. But there's... Enric Mas is there as well. Oscar Olney's involved. Skelmos is there. Carapaz has a teammate in... Who is his teammate? That is... Where's AF Education? Juan Felipe Rodriguez is the teammate that is left for AF Education. Well, PCS are getting all the names through now. So Harold Tejada, Juan Felipe Rodriguez, Richard Carapaz, Tobias Hallen Johannesson, Mikel Landa is still there, Oscar Onley, Primoz Roglic. Gal is about to get caught by this group here. Enric Mas is still there as well. But it looks like they are reeling in Felix Gal, but they cannot do it to Tadej Pogacar. He's nearly got a 30-second gap already. Oh my, he's just completely red. He's got the red numbers, red helmet, red jersey, red shorts. He's just got no red socks and shoes. They're showing the attack here again, where Tadej Pogacar just attacks on the right-hand side of the decathlon. Decathlon lead out, Felix Gal sees it and he tries to go with him. He's able to go with him, but it's too much. It's too much to stay with him in the end. I'm just getting a poll sorted here, so I am. Right, there's a poll up there now. If you want to go and vote in the poll by how many minutes you think Tadej Pogacar is going to win by. Hello, Rubber. Hello. we are any more updates on the names? Yes, Marco Brenner's involved. Jarno Vidar is also involved. Svedstad Barsing of Net Company, he's also involved in this group. I'm actually surprised to see what group's this now? This is Ben Tullett's group, I believe. But where are they in regards to the other group? After this climb, there is still more. There's still 2 more climbs, and one of them is a massive 10-kilometer Category 1 7%er. That is that's the stage in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. We're on the middle climb at the moment, the middle Category 1 climb. We've got 2.5 kilometers to hit the top of it. There we go. Felix Gall has been caught. I tell you what, the peloton that is chasing is fairly big. Someone from, is that Riccatello? Or no, is that Mühlberger? Someone from Decathlon I think it is Mühlberger's just pulled up alongside Felix Gall there. He's going to now move to the front of the peloton and work with Juan Felipe Rodriguez of AF Education. No, he's not. He's dropping back a bit. I should change my screen name to Today Focaccia. There's a couple UAE guys still involved in this one, 16 and 18. Who is that? That is Jay Vine and Pablo Torres. No sign of Joao Almeida though. No Joao Almeida. From just quickly, first glance, I don't see any Joao Almeida. I just see the 2 UAE guys. Jarno Vidar, he's towards the back of this group. I see Roglic, he's currently sat about 6th wheel. Felix Gall in 4th wheel. Maas in 3rd. Carapaz in 2nd wheel. The gap is a minute already. It is already a minute gap. 2 kilometers until the top of the the 3rd climb of the, or the 2nd climb of the day. It's just I don't even know. We expected it, and I mean to do it in stage 4 against a very fresh peloton, seeing that they didn't even have to do much yesterday because of the weather. Everyone's still fresh, but Tadej Pogačar, I mean, he's just, I mean, what do I even say? Hello, breakaway. Hello. But, I mean, that obviously, yesterday's stage got cancelled, so there was no Ethan Hayter's winning the intermediate sprint, didn't count. And I think one of the 2 guys, it was Lorenzo Fortunato or Mats Wenzel, I think they won the King of the Mountains at the top of that Category 1 climb where they abandoned. Or not abandoned, sorry, where they cancelled the race. That doesn't count either, so everything pretty much stays the exact same. That's the red jersey. Tadej Pogačar still in it, Wout van Aert still in 2nd place, Brennan in 3rd, etc, etc. Points jersey stays the exact same as well. Ethan Hayter, like I said, his intermediate sprint did not count, so he's still on 37 points. The KOM stays the same. Bowman's still in the KOM jersey with 6 points. Youth jersey, it stays the same. Matthew Brennan still leading it. We did have a breakaway up the road. I'll get into that in a second, because I can't really remember who was in the breakaway, but I know there was like 5 Ismailisa bike riders in the breakaway at the start of the day. But as for the favourites for today's stage, that was the favourites. Tadej Pogačar wasn't as big as a favourite as he was yesterday. So I think the bookmakers aren't going to be happy with that. I mean, I think he was like 1-12 yesterday. Now he's 1-3. So if someone put on a big lump sum of money on Tadej Pogačar, they're going to be getting a bit more than expected. Jay Vine, 2nd favourite at 7-1. Lorenzo Fortunato at 14-1. Obviously, he attacked out of the peloton yesterday. I'm pretty sure he had been raging with that because he showed his cards. So he did as he knew, everyone knows now that he's going to be going for the KOM jersey. He didn't get the 10 points or the 8 points. I can't remember if he came 1st or 2nd in that sprint yesterday before the stage got cancelled. So he showed his hand and he got nothing from it. However, he did win the 10 points at the first climb of the day. So he did. He still won the 10 points at the first climb of the day. So I guess he could be sitting on 20 or 18 at the moment, but he's only sat on 10 now, and he's provisionally in the polka dot jersey. But with the way this stage is going, it looks as though Tadej Pogačar is going to be sitting on about 23, 20. How much do you get for that last climb? Yeah, I think he'll be sat on about 23 points. Tadej Pogačar. 800 meters until the top of this climb, 46.3 kilometers to go. And Tadej Pogačar is still out on his own. The gap is now 1 minute and 16 seconds. 1 minute and 16 seconds already. There is that Riccatello. No, it's Leo Basu. Mühlberger's still there. So I don't know how many teammates Felix Gall has around him, but he has lost Leo Basu. Is it Leo Basu? something like that. There's the team car. Whoa. That is a very aggressive UAE team car. Came flying around the corner there, beeping at the motorbike with a camera on it. But all the cameras on Tadej Pogačar dripped in red. And with 46 kilometers, 46 kilometers to go with this, 500 meters to the top. And the time is just ticking up. There's 1 minute and 23. It was 1 minute and 16 seconds. I'd say a couple seconds ago. Now it's 1:22. Any more updates on who's involved in this group? So, yeah, Primoz Roglic, Jay Vine, Enric Mas, Seb Kuss. Didn't know he was in there, but he's been revealed to be there. Felix Gall, Leo Basu, I think he's dropped now. Oscar Onley, Svedstad Barsing, Skelmoza, Landa, Johannesson, Carapaz, Juan Felipe Rodriguez, who's still at the front of the peloton, with Carapaz sat in second wheel. Then we've got Marco Brenner, the winner of the Tour of Poland there recently. Harold Tejada is also there. Jarno Vidar and Ibon Ruiz of Kern Pharma. They're the 17 riders that have been named currently. I do believe Mühlberger is there for Decathlon. I just don't think they've updated it yet, and I think there might be a couple more riders that haven't been updated to be there. Profile picture matching the race. Nice. Appreciate that. That's what I went for. So it was. That is what I went for. Kian Utebrooks, I mean, he dropped at the very start of the day. And I think Joao Almeida had a tyre change as well on the first climb. So I think he dropped quite early on as well. But let me see if I can find the guys that were involved in. I mean, the breakaway means nothing now, but I want to see if I can find the breakaway. So, yeah, that was a breakaway at the start of the day. We had Finn Fisher-Black, Pablo Castrillo, Raul Garcia-Pierna, Wout van Aert, Bruno Amaral, Matthew Brennan, Ben Tullett. The 4 guys from Visma Leasebike, you'd have thought they were still racing in the Tour de France with these sort of tactics. And then they had Eddie Dunbar, Lutsenko, Simon Dalby, Paul Double, George Steinhauser, Lorenzo Fortunato, and Matteo Gaffuri, where there was 14 riders. I would have liked to see how it played out if they got over the top. I believe they were caught on the descent. Of the massive descent of the first climb. So it was, or so they were. Pardon me. It is still Juan Felipe Rodriguez for EF Education at the front. And now Net Company pulled through with Svedstad Barsing. He's now got Oscar Onley in his wheel. And Richard Carapaz, is he going to put in an attack? I think Richard Carapaz is attacking here as he does attack. Was he going for the points there or what? I think he was going for the 8 points there at the top of that mountain. He had me there. I thought that was it. Thought that was a Richard Carapaz attack, but I think he just wanted the 8 points over the top of that Category 1 climb. And we're on the descent now off this climb. At the bottom of this descent is the intermediate sprint. So Tadej Pogačar he's got the 10 points here. He'll get the 20 points at the intermediate sprint, 10 points at the next Category 1 climb. He's just gonna win everything, isn't he? He's just going to win everything, bar the white jersey. And they're going to a commercial break. Of course they are. Of course they're going to a commercial break. But PCS saying the last time a rider won a Vuelta España stage with the red jersey was last year. Jonas Vingegaard, stage 20. Wout van Aert did it in 2024 for stage 3. And then Remco did it twice in 2022. So they did. Let me have a look at the poll because let's have a laugh. 1 to 3 minutes is actually the most voted on. That's actually surprising. I didn't expect it to be 1 to 3 minutes. I thought I have a funny feeling it's going to be 5 minutes plus. I have just a feeling he's going to get out of the saddle again and just give it everything and try and have this wrapped up here. So he is. They were also showing, PCS were also showing the longest solo win. So where does he attack with about 50 kilometers to go? So I think that if when Tadej Pogačar wins this stage, I think he's going to slot into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in and around 8th or 9th for the longest solo win of all time at the Vuelta. First was in 2004. 160 kilometer solo win. Jeez, that puts Tadej Pogačar to shame. That is crazy. Tadej Pogačar's last solo win at the Vuelta was 2019. The last time he rode it was a 39 kilometer solo. Now he's going to do one better in 2026. Hello, Jules. Hello. Like and subscribe. It's fun and it doesn't hurt. Yes, do as Rubber says. Like the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. It is greatly appreciated. I'm going to be live for the Vuelta España as much as I can up until I can't. So I think it is. I always forget what stage it is. I believe it is stage 14 is my last live stage. So I mean, subscribe, watch up to stage 14 with myself, and then it'll just be the shorter videos from there on out afterwards. I love the fact there's less than 4 foot in front of me is a 75-inch 4K TV, and I prefer to follow the race on an Android phone. Much appreciated, Kat. Much appreciated. You're all good, Breakaway. Don't worry. I'm going to sit down and edit them. Don't worry. I've got it all recorded. Like I said yesterday, I just need to edit them, and I will get that done. So don't worry. I was hoping a Breakaway got up the road. I mean, to get caught. I don't know why Decathlon were doing so much pulling at the front. They were at the front on the first climb. They were at the front on the descent. They pulled it back. I don't know what their plan was. Maybe they're just pretending Tadej Pogačar isn't there. But if he's not there, then why did Felix Gall go with him? I don't understand what Decathlon's tactics were with that first climb, because they were doing a lot of work over the top of the climb, on the climb and the descent, and that is why they got brought back. So, I mean, I would have liked to see the Breakaway stayed for just a tad bit longer, not get caught on the descent. They've just updated. Yes, here we go. So I'm finally off the break. We're back to the race. 39.8 kilometers to go. The gap is 1 minute and 40 seconds. Jeez. 1 minute and 40 seconds. We've got, I don't know if this is an attack off no, it's not, but we've got Svedstad Barsang at the front for Net Company. I believe Enric Mas is in second wheel, Oscar Only in third wheel. This is on the descent of the Category 1 climb. We have just done the Category 1 climb. Tadej Pogačar went solo on. We are currently on it. The views are stunning, but it is going the way a lot of people expected it to go, and a lot of people hoped it didn't go. So they've got the virtual GC up at the moment. Tadej Pogačar in first. They've just swapped from they had it up. I think Leo Basu's in second, but Pablo Torres is in sixth. Marco Brenner seventh. Johannes. Every time I go to read it out, they swap it. Enric Mas is in 10th. Carapaz 11th. Tejada in 12th, and they get rid of it altogether. Hopefully the Pro Cycling stats, they get the virtual GC up in just a minute, because they usually do get those up. But this is literally just reminding me of the Tour de Suisse stage and Strade. It just reminds you of every Tadej Pogačar solo win, but the Tour de Suisse one, I mean the 72 kilometer one on it, just reminds me of it for some reason, because it doesn't even look as though he's trying. I mean, his attack, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. I'll join late. Is Tadej out on his own, Lynn? I mean, Lynn, I don't think I need to tell you. You can sort of guess that. You can sort of guess what sort of situation we're sat in at the moment. Hello, Steve, as well. Good morning. Hello. At Crucial Times, Peacock reliably put up ads for Disney. They also leave time slots open for carrier broadcast ads. So we see a loop of NBC. I was just hoping that, seeing it was such a small stage today, that TNT wouldn't be showing much ads, but you know, it looks like they do have they've got a couple ads left in them, where I'm just gonna have to ramble over the top of them and hope I don't run out of things to say. But 1 minute and 42 seconds, so he isn't gaining that much time on the descent. It seems to be when it is flat or uphill, that is where the time is being gained. We've still got Svedstad Barsang at the front for Net Company. I think Carapaz has now moved into fourth or fifth wheel, I believe it is. Roglic is also towards the front. I was wishing Luke Tuckwell would have been there, but he dropped on that climb. I was hoping Luke Tuckwell would have been involved. I'm genuinely surprised Mikel Landa's still here. I don't know how Mikel Landa's still here. I mean, his season this year has been woeful. And that's being generous. I think, well, actually, I take that back. He was involved in that horrific crash in the Itzulia Basque Country, which didn't help him. that crash in the Itsuli Basque Country was very rough. So I take it back, being a season being woeful. Maybe he just isn't feeling it. But I'm glad to see him here. He's involved in the front group. Yes, we still have 2 more climbs to go, so we will see how he's feeling on this next one. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we get some action with the other GC guys on this next climb. The climb that they're about to hit is the Col de Ordino. The Col de Ordino, 9.9 kilometers long, has an average of 7%. So it does, and it looks as though, I mean, does PCS have they usually do have the wee profile of the climb? Yeah, it's just red. I mean, when you're looking at gradients, there's, green, blue, red, and black. This whole climb's just red. 6, 7, 8%. That's 8.5%, like for averaging for the kilometers at some point. But it seems to all be 6.5 and above. The first kilometer and the last kilometer are sitting around 6, but apart from that, everything is above that. Marco Brenner still being there. I didn't. But I mean, we're still. I keep forgetting we're in week 1. The way Tadej Pogacar's racing, you'd think we're in the final week, but we're on day 4, day 4 of the Vuelta España, and it's already over. It took 4 days. I don't actually know. It took 3 days because I don't even really count yesterday. But there we go. He is. Tadej Pogacar's just won the intermediate sprint. He put up a massive sprint there against everyone that he was competing against. And he just rolled across the line pretty much. Leo Basu makes it back into the peloton, and they've just updated Mühlberger's name there to be involved as well. Who were the other 2? Ramses De Bruyne has been added here. So Ramses De Bruyne is still in as well. They've just added another name. Who was it? Clement Berthet of Groupama. Okay, so we're getting more names added in. How long they last, only time will tell. But Tadej Pogacar does hit the foot of the Col de Ornon, or is that, sorry, what do you call it? The Col de Ordino, sorry, I don't know what it was, the Ornon. The Col de Ordino. Tadej Pogacar's on that climb, the 2 minutes. The peloton is 2 minutes, 1 minute and 50, but I mean, might as well just be 2 minutes. And Tadej Pogacar's already done 400 meters of the next climb. I'm sticking with my 5 minute plus. I'm sticking with my 5 minute plus guess. I think this is going to be. How much did he win by? Let me check. How much did he win by in that Tour de Suisse stage? Because you could probably. I mean, what was the time gap there? Now, don't forget, all the GC guys still have an attack left in them. So we had Carapaz finishing 2 minutes down on that. I remember him. He was in limbo between. He was chasing Pogacar, but wasn't really. He was just trying to stay away from everyone else. Baggioli was 2 minutes and a half, or 2 minutes 30. Then the rest of the guys came through at 4 minutes down. Okay. 4 minutes. So a couple came at 4:02. Then there was a group at 4:30. 5 minute plus was 19th place. So was 5 minutes a bit too harsh for me to say that? If it's 2 minutes already and we're in the next climb, and then but I mean, I still think we're going to see some fireworks here between Only, Carapaz. Does Gal have anything left in him for another attack? Is he attacked out the front here? Is Ramses De Bruyne attacked? He has. Ramses De Bruyne has attacked off the front of the peloton. What is he feeling? What is I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see what he's feeling like, but he's attacked off the front. I don't think he's going to get far because Decathlon are sort of controlling things at the front of this peloton with Bissou and Mühlberger. I thought there was 2 guys from Visma. There's only one. Uno X or wearing yellow. I keep forgetting about that. No, there is 2 guys from Visma. Who's that other guy? I'm also surprised there's no Jorgen Nordhagen here. I thought he would have been involved, unless he is involved and they just haven't updated his name yet. But right, so where was it? Great to be back. Hope everyone's well. Yes, I'm all good, Steve. Hope you're doing well yourself. I am, just enjoying the view of Tadej Pogacar in red going solo. That's about it. Is it a select group behind, or is it a small peloton? Well, it was a select group until they went over the top, and on the descent, we're actually looking at a pretty big bunch now. PCS are saying that there is 20 riders involved, it does look as though there are a lot more than 20 riders. So I think on that descent, a lot of people have caught up. I think we're going to start to see it dwindle down more here on this next climb. But yeah, camera's back on it. It is looking like it is a pretty big peloton at the moment. Do you think Tadej Pogačar is just going to wear red the whole tour? I think that is what's going to happen. I didn't think he was going to win stage 1. So I didn't. There's Mikel Landa dropping. Nah, I was talking about him earlier, and Mikel Landa has just dropped. A lot of people are dropping off the back there. Who is that? I mean, Ibon. No, it's not Ibon Rouge. Someone else from Kern Pharma, but Mikel Landa's dropped. There's a couple more stragglers just up the road from Mikel Landa. I can't see them because the way the sun's shining, or the way the sun's reflecting, sorry. I can't really see it. But yeah, Steve, I do believe Tadej Pogačar is going to be in this red jersey for the entire race. And it's either... people are just going to get bored. The people are just going to go, because you can just see it. I know a lot of people, I mean, if I could watch the whole thing, I would be watching the whole thing. But I can just see all the people going, nah, I stopped watching it after the first week, because you sort of expected what was going to happen. Tadej heard I was going on holiday and wanted to make sure I knew who won. Well, I'm glad he did, but I'm glad he did, but I feel bad for everyone else that has to watch it. I'm obviously still going to watch the highlights and stuff like that, but I'm glad I'm going to be able to know the winner, because like I said early on, if this came right down to the wire, I'd be raging. If it came down to the wire into the final week. Is that... Oh, can't see who that is, but we're getting more and the peloton here is getting really small now. We're getting it's all lined out. People are dropping left, right, and center. Who is that? Is that Luke Tuckwell again? So did he catch up and then drop again? Yeah, it is Luke Tuckwell. So Luke Tuckwell, he's dropped alongside Mikel Landa, and Matthew Riccatello has also dropped. He was so close to being put in my top 10 for the GC, and then I realised he rides in the same team as Felix Gall, so I was like, right, I need to swap that one. So just as well I did, because I had a feeling Decathlon would be going all out for Felix Gall, and they are. But Luke Tuckwell's done. That is unfortunate. Roglic seems to be so far in good shape. Who is that for NSN? Is it Jan Hurt? It is Jan Hurt. Jan Hurt is the oh no, there's a big... Oh, whoa. Splits everywhere in this peloton. I thought that was the back of the peloton, but the motorbike has just went around the corner, and they've just completely... There was about 5 or 6 riders are completely dropped off the back. There's Ramses De Bruyne, Mühlberger, and another rider from UAE, and then there's another big split. Who is this up here? Who is involved in this group, and who is setting the pace at the front of this group? Is that Lorenzo Fortunato? No, it's Harold Tejada. Harold Tejada is slowly dropping off the back. Enric Mas looks as though he's going to lose the wheel as well, but it is Mühlberger at the front for Decathlon, out of the saddle. Felix Gall in second wheel. Oscar only in third wheel. Seb Kuss is still there. PCS have also updated Nordhagen to still be involved, which is good, but I mean, I don't know if he was involved in them splits. I wasn't really looking out for him, so I didn't think to keep an eye out for him. But Harold Tejada is the next one to drop. The two at the back of the leading group. Oh, sorry, the second. I'm calling them the leading group because Tadej Pogačar, I mean, he's in a different realm. But Roglic and Mas are at the back of this group. They're going to be the next ones to drop if they don't kick into gear here. I think Richard Carapaz is. I mean, PCS is all over the place. They've got 26 names on the board, but hold up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 riders behind Tadej Pogačar. 1 minute 59 if you're looking for specifics. But we've got Mühlberger, Felix Gall, Oscar Only, Enric Mas, Roglic, Seb Kuss. How many did I just name there? 5. I don't know who the other ones are just yet, but I will wait for the update. We're getting helicopter footage now. We haven't seen Tadej Pogačar in a while, as I think the cameramen are... Oh, attacks! Get off the helicopter camera, show us who it is. And it is Felix Gall with the attack. Oscar Only, the only one able to hold the wheel. He's going with Felix Gall. Yes, I wanted Oscar Only to do well, and I'm glad he's holding the wheel of Felix Gall. Richard Carapaz, he's now at the front of the group trying to chase. Roglic in second wheel. Jarno Vidar is still involved. I love to see that, but he's still... he's at the back. He's struggling now himself. Mühlberger just in front of him. Skalmos, Seb Kuss, Mas, Roglic and Carapaz. That is the group that is currently chasing Felix Gall and Oscar Only. Felix Gall, I believe, has now moved to the front. He's now pulling Felix Gall. Yes, he is. And we've got a group of 2. We've seen these guys in the Vuelta Burgos. They were going toe-to-toe, throwing swing for swing in the Vuelta Burgos, and Felix Gall ended up coming out on top in the end. But they both won a stage, and they're both here at the Vuelta on form. And I'm just happy to see Oscar Olney doing well so far. I mean, as the chats went a bit skew, but as always, we are on stage 4. Oh, Tadej Pogacar looks as though he's struggling. No, I'm joking. He's just looking as comfortable as ever, as always, as the camera pans back to him. 6.3 kilometers to the top of this Category 1 climb. 1 minute and 54 seconds is the gap. So Felix Gall and Oscar Olney are slowly but surely ticking down that time, and never mind, it just went back up again. So how is Tadej Pogacar? I can't fathom how he's doing it. Like, I don't even know how he's doing it. I just realised how much I've missed of the chat here. Right, where was I in the chat? I enjoy watching Pogacar, amazing. I enjoy watching him as well. I just enjoy watching him when the solos are maybe like 20k, something like that. I like a 20k or a 20k solo, not a 50k. That it's a bit much, but no, I still do enjoy watching him. But I mean, what can you do? Time gap's now up for the group that is chasing Felix Gall and Oscar Olney. We've got 13 seconds between Felix Gall, Oscar Olney, and the others. PCS still haven't updated for who's in what group. They're still saying there's 23 riders chasing Felix Gall and Oscar Olney, but they are all over the place. Let me try and remember the names. Primoz Roglic, Enric Mas, Carapaz, Skelmose, Kuss, anyone else? Mühlberger, Jarno Vidar. Here we go, we've got them now. Yeah, it is. The riders I've just mentioned are the same riders that are still in this group. Jarno Vidar's at the front. He was at the back, now he's at the front. We've got an attack here. Primoz Roglic rolling back the years as he puts in an attack. Enric Mas follows. So does Richard Carapaz. There's a gap open up between... two guys are dropping, Mühlberger and Skelmose. They've both lost the wheel of Sepp Kuss. But will Skelmose be able to bring it back? He does. No, he doesn't. He's going to bring it back. He's slowly bringing it back, so he is. But he latches onto the wheel of Sepp Kuss. But we do get a Roglic attack. That is good to see. That is good to see from Roglic that he is attacking. Obviously, he was one that we didn't even know if he was going to mention, or he was one that we didn't even know if he was going to ride this Vuelta. And I'm glad he's here, and I'm glad to see him already putting attacks in. I thought the camera just panned him dropping there. No, he was he was at the front. I tell you what, Jarno Vidar's doing well. He is doing well. It's his Grand Tour debut. If he can keep it up over the next 3 weeks, I mean, fair play to him. Camera pans back to Harold Tejada. Where is Harold Tejada in regards to this race? He dropped quite dropped quite early on. He dropped not that long ago, I should say. But I don't know where. I remember that he's just past the pole there. I remember Tadej Pogacar passing that pole. Is that another attack? Roglic is attacked. Roglic is gone. Why did I miss that? Roglic is gone. Roglic has disappeared into the sunset as he attacks. He's away. Go on, Roglic. Roglic has disappeared. We're going around a big bend here, so I can't really see up the road, but I mean, I'm hoping for a bit of straight here to see as Richard Carapaz gets out of the saddle. He puts in an attack. Jarno Vidar on the wheel of Richard Carapaz. He can't even see Roglic up the road. What sort of form is Roglic on here? As the motorbike passes this chasing group, going around this big bend, where is Roglic? He's still not there. Where's Roglic? There he is there. We've found him. Roglic has been found. Has he got... Oh my days, he's got Felix Gall and Oscar Olney up ahead of him. What is... This is brilliant. Roglic has got Felix Gall and Oscar Olney in his sights and he's chasing them down and he's not letting them away. Roglic's Vuelta is only getting started here now. And there he is, he's in the distance, he comes round the bend. Felix Gall and Oscar Olney, they don't realise who's behind them. As Oscar, I know he didn't get a good look. He just had a wee he looks over the shoulder now. Roglic out of the saddle. He's giving it everything. He's going some speed up this climb. 4.5 kilometers to the top of this climb for Tadej Pogacar. I mean, the gap is 2 minutes and 10 seconds now. So it is, there were 30.6 kilometers to go. And there we go. Roglic has caught up. He made that look as easy as anything. That was, he made that look effortless, that whole attack. The speed he hit there going to chase these guys. He attacked first. Oh, and Enric Mas is away. Enric Mas attacks. Seb Kuss also goes as well. Richard Carapaz struggling. He's tried to attack a few times. Maybe the Tour de France is finally hitting him. There's Jarno Vidar attacking now. Everyone's just attacking everyone. Scalmoza out of the saddle side by side with Carapaz. But we've got Mas and Seb Kuss, who have both went as a duo here. Seb Kuss now gets onto the back of Enric Mas's wheel as they now become a two. The time gaps, I tell you what, don't ask me for time gaps. They're going to be all over the shop. Mühlberger's still here. Mühlberger is still here. But I'm genuinely impressed with Roglic and Jarno Vidar. The fact Jarno Vidar is still here is crazy. But Enric Mas, I know Mr. Vuelta España here, he's out of the saddle. How long is it going to take him to catch up? I mean, Felix Gall and Oscar Only, they probably still got an attack left in them as well. But with the camera pans back to the chasing group of Tadej Pogacar, they're not even chasing, so I don't know what to call them. Group 2, Oscar Only attacks, but the camera pans to Tadej Pogacar. Go back. Was it an attack or was it not? It looked as though he was setting up for an attack there, but the camera pans to Tadej Pogacar, and now we're looking at Mas. I don't think it was an attack because we can see that group up the road. Oscar Only's just out of the saddle there at the front. Enric Mas and Seb Kuss are going to catch them here. I don't see, I mean, the camera hasn't panned back to Carapaz, Scalmoza, Vidar, Mühlberger, but camera's currently on Seb Kuss and Enric Mas, and the camera pans back to them now. Richard Carapaz at the front, out of the saddle with Vidar in the wheel, Scalmoza in third wheel and Mühlberger in fourth wheel. The gap's up to 2 minutes and 21 seconds between Gall, Only and Roglic to Tadej Pogacar. So let me have a quick look at the poll. So 1 to 3 minutes is the majority of the vote there. 59% have voted for 1 to 3 minutes. I went for 5 minutes plus, and I've sort of realized that was a bit optimistic for Tadej Pogacar. I'm gonna say 3 to 5. I think they're gonna finish 3 to 4 minutes. So they are. I'll change my prediction. I'll go 3 to 4 minutes. I think Tadej Pogacar will do some sort of other attack. Here we go. Virtual GC. Roglic moves into second, 250. Mas in third, 306. Kuss in fourth, 318. Only in fifth, 319. Now you can... Yes, here we go. Sixth, Scalmoza at 321. Seventh is Carapaz, 325. Gall in eighth, 335. Mühlberger in ninth at 348. And that's all they give us this time. That is all they give us. 29.3 kilometers to go. 2 minutes and 30 seconds is what the gap is looking like. Carapaz is 2 minutes and 50 down, so a 20-second gap as Mas and Seb Kuss join Roglic, Only and Gall to make it a group of 5. They're 20 seconds up the road from Carapaz and co. Camera pans back to Tadej Pogacar, and I mean, he's looked the same as he did when he did his first attack. It just looks as though it doesn't even look as though he's going that fast, but I'm sure he's like a bullet up that climb. He's just riding at his own pace. You know, just a wee... It's just a wee Tuesday afternoon for Tadej Pogacar. In the sun. Enric Mas, he's at the front of this group of 5. Gall sat in second wheel. Only in third. Seb Kuss fourth. Roglic is in fifth wheel. You couldn't see the Carapaz group in the distance. Who's going to be the next one to attack, though? The camera pans back to the Carapaz group now. Is Carapaz at the front? I believe he is. They're zoomed in on his face at the moment, so I can't really see what's going on, but it looks as though Carapaz is out of the saddle at the front. Is Jarno Vidar still there? Fingers crossed he is. Hopefully we can get, the camera to zoom out here, because I don't really want to keep looking at Yep, there we go. We're not looking at Carapaz's face anymore. Jarno Vidar in second wheel. Scalmoza is in third wheel. Mühlberger's still hanging on after that effort from himself, to bring... Felix Gall to do that attack. Look at the provisional for the points jersey already. Ethan Hayter's in second with 37 points, and Tadej Pogacar's in first with 62. Already. Don't forget as well, if you are new, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm going to be live again for the stage tomorrow. and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, all the way up until stage 14, I believe. So subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. I think we're 1,030, 2930, something in around that. So if you do subscribe, it's greatly appreciated. And, watch along for the Vuelta España 2026. Get involved in the chat. Let me know I was going to say, let me know who you think is going to go on to win it, but let me know who you think is going to finish second. My prediction for second was Carapaz, so that just shows you how well I'm doing. My predictions so far in these 4 stages. Actually, do you know what? I'm not counting stage 3 because I got cancelled, but so far my predictions have been woeful. But yeah, I can only hope for better. 28.2 kilometers to go for Tadej Pogačar. 2 kilometers until the top of the climb, until he takes another 10 points for the KOM jersey, and he solidifies himself in that for the time being. When's the next big mountains? Like the next big stage? Just quickly looking at the stage, because tomorrow, well, that's not what I want to look at. Tomorrow's stage is a flat stage-ish. I mean, there's a few climbs towards the end of it, but it should be a bunch sprint. Oh, stage 6. I cannot wait for stage 6. Stage 6 is going to be a good one, although I think we know, everyone knows how it's going to play. There we go. Carapaz up the road. He can see the group up the road. He has got his sights, and if Carapaz brings these guys back, I mean, that is some effort from Carapaz, because he's been the one at the front. He's been dragging everyone along, and if he's able to bring this group back to what it was before Gallon only attacked, that is some effort from the Ecuadorian. Seb Kuss, he now moves to the front of this group of 5. I'm just there at the front. Seb Kuss moves to the front of the group at the front. Gal is in second, Oscar only in third. Can you see that Carapaz? No, you can't in the distance there. The camera just panned away before we could see what sort of distance we were looking at there. Two minutes and 50 seconds is what we are looking on. There we go. Camera's on Carapaz. Go on, Carapaz. You can see them up the road. They're 3 minutes and 5 seconds down. So what are we talking here? 14, 15 seconds is what the gap is between. Carapaz is giving it some effort here. He's not out of the saddle. He sat down, but he is given. And here we go. Attacks out the front. Who was the one that attacked first? Where's Gal? Gal didn't attack first. It was Mass that put in the attack. Gal's the one that is being caught out. Is Gal going to drop, or is he going to bring it back? But Enric Mas attacks. Oscar only in second wheel. Seb Kuss closes the gap into third wheel. Roglic, he's on the wheel of Seb Kuss. Small gap from Roglic to Gal. I would love to know what happened with Gal there on that attack. Was he caught out? Was he not concentrating? I'd like to know what happened, but Carapaz, he now gets out of the saddle. Jarno Vidar's still there. Jarno Vidar's still involved. So is Mühlberger and Skalmuza as well, but I'm just more shocked that, or not shocked, I'm just very happy and surprised that Jarno Vidar's still there. But I think tomorrow's stage, I think we're going to get a stage with no Tadej Pogačar winning it. A lot of people will be happy with that. It'll be more eyes on Matthew Brennan tomorrow after his lovely sprint in stage 2. So I think we turn our attention to Matthew Brennan, Mads Pedersen, Jordi Mews, etc., etc. That also depends on how they're feeling after today's stage. 800 meters to the top for Tadej Pogačar, 26.9 kilometers to go. Hello Shelley as well. Hello. I've missed a lot of the chat here. How did Prime Roglic just awaken, or am I dreaming? Bro's back. Yes, Prime Roglic is back. We are back. He is back. Just quickly scrolling through the chat there, just having a brief read while the camera is on Tadej Pogačar. I'm waiting for the next attack. I'm also shocked that Seb Kuss is still here. This is his third Grand Tour this season. I think he's the only rider to ever do that. Or no, sorry, I take that back. I take that back. But Seb Kuss, he's riding the 3 Grand Tours this season. I'm surprised he isn't cooked. But Jarno Vidar's at the front of this group now. Is he gapping the rest of them? He's opened up a small gap on Carapaz, which has made him get out of the saddle and try and close it down. But is Jarno Vidar going to pull something off here? Will he be able to bridge bridge the gap over? He's actually opened up another gap on Carapaz. Camera pans back to Tadej Pogačar. He's going to cross the top of this climb. in like a few hundred meters here. Get another 10 points. They I mean, they should just bring back that jersey for the jersey with all the polka dots, the green, well, I mean, it was used in the Tour de France with the green, the polka dots, and the yellow. They should bring it just for the Vuelta, just to give the Tadej Pogacar. It's like a red, green, and a blue polka dot jersey, and just allow Tadej Pogacar to wear it, because he's going to hold these 3 jerseys for quite some time. It's going to be very hard to take these jerseys off him. And the only jersey I think that could potentially be taken, he's going to win that many stages. Is it going to be that hard to take it, or is it going to be that easy to take the green jersey off him? We're on the descent now off this climb. It is quite a long descent. It sort of plateaus at the top. It descends slightly and goes uphill slightly again. Then we hit the proper descent. So oh no. Carapaz dropping. I didn't want to see that. Is he bringing it back? Jarno Vidar setting the tempo here in this Carapaz group. And Carapaz is now struggling to hold the wheel of Mühlberger at the back. Roglic is at the front. He's got Gal on his second wheel. He's got here we go, mass attack. Mass attacks from fourth wheel on the right hand side. Oscar Onley and Seb Kuss react perfectly to it. Gal is also, he's in fourth wheel. He reacts as well. Roglic, though, is he being caught out? He stays in the saddle. He doesn't get out of the saddle, but it looks as though he bridges the gap from himself to Gal. But Enric Mas with the big attack. The Spaniard in Spain in the Vuelta. I tell you what, Enric Mas, he was just made for the Vuelta. It's like I said in the preview, stick him in any other Grand Tour. He's finishing outside the top 10, or he's abandoning the race. Stick him in the Vuelta España and you're looking at a different rider. He just comes alive. Where am I? I'm all over the place with the chat. I'm all over the show. People need to soak up the Pogacar experience and enjoy it. You're watching history being made. Yes, and I agree with you on that. I do agree. It is, as the camera pans back to him now, 24.5 kilometers to go. 3 minutes is the gap. Should I have kept the 5 minutes? Should I have kept my original 5+? Or should I stick with my 3 to 4 minute gap? See if he gets a 5 minute gap here on stage 4 already. Oh my days. How do you even recover from that? It literally just becomes... I know you laugh and you joke about the battle for second. This literally just becomes the battle for second. A 5 minute gap on stage 4. Plus what he already has on everyone else. It is... it's just scary to watch. It's just genuinely scary. Here is the chasing group that aren't chasing. It's just the group. We've got the group going over the top of the climb with Seb Kuss, Felix Gal, Mas, Oscar Onley, and Roglic. They are currently on the... they've just crossed the top of it, have they? Or is it coming up now? Here it is here. This is the finish line for this climb. Who takes 8 points? It is going to be Seb Kuss. Gal takes a third in that one. I thought Gal was going to attack there on the descent there. I was going to say, flip, he's a querset on him for someone who isn't really good at descending to do an attack on one. Here comes Jarno Vidar. He's still giving it everything. He's got Carapaz in the wheel, so Carapaz is caught up, but Jarno Vidar is at the front. He's stuck the head down. He's giving it everything to try and bridge the gap to this group. He wants it to become a group of 9. He wants to fancy his chances for a second place finish. He's not giving up. As we get over the top and he moves off from the side. Get to the top and he moves from first to third. Great. Just pretend he stayed at the front and they caught up in the end. That's all. I was giving him a good speech there. I thought it was gonna stick. But we're on the descent now. I'm going to assume that they're going to go to an ad break very soon. I hope they don't. But yes, I actually forgot that the last time and they do go to an ad break, you're joking. Right, well, it brings me on to the last time a stage did finish in Andorra at the Vuelta España was stage 3 in 2017. Vincenzo Nibali won it. So we did. I mean, that was it. I was hoping that would take up the whole ad break, but it didn't. Vincenzo Nibali won the last time it finished in Andorra, so it looks as though Tadej Pogacar is going to be signing his name alongside a great rider. in Vincenzo Nibali at the Vuelta España in stage wins at Andorra. The last time a stage did finish in Andorra, in a World Tour race was, where'd that disappear to? Oh, there it is there. Seb Kuss. Seb Kuss won the Stage 15 Tour de France 2021. That was the last time a race finished in Andorra in general. So it was. So we've got Nibali, Kuss, and now what seems to be Tadej Pogačar. Who's the closest in GC? So, I was going to say Roglic, but no, Pogačar, he's going to lead it now. Roglic, 26 seconds down, so he should, virtually he moves into second. I think I already mentioned that. So he should move into second. Mas will move into third. Seb Kuss will be fourth. Only in fifth. Gal in sixth. Depending on where Skelmoza and Carapaz finish and how far they finish down. But I tell you what, this could be, I mean, probably besides, definitely the 5 in that group, they could all finish in the top 10. And I mean, I didn't put Roglic in my top 10. I didn't think Roglic was going to finish top 10. Obviously, I keep reiterating it's stage 4. It's stage 4 of the Vuelta, so we will see how it plays out over the next 3 weeks. But I didn't put Roglic in my top 10. I didn't put Kuss in my top 10. I thought he would have been working for Nordhagen, but I didn't even put Nordhagen in my top. I didn't put anyone from Visma Lease Bike in my top 10 because when I did make it, Visma Lease Bike only had Nordhagen announced. And then I thought, I don't think he's going to get it. So I said, right, you know what, I'll not put anyone from Visma. Then they announced Seb Kuss, and I thought maybe Nordhagen could have slipped in because he does have Seb Kuss working for him. But it looks as though Seb Kuss is going to be the guy, so I would have been wrong nonetheless if I put someone from Visma in there. But Gal, Onley, Mas, Roglic, and Kuss, I think the way things are going, the way they're looking so far, we could be, building the top 10 already. I mean, there's a few guys in that on a time trial are a bit iffy looking, so we will see. I think the time trial stage 17, something like that. So long way to go until the time trial, long way to go into the finish. But I mean, for the battle for second, I'm pretty chuffed with it so far. So I am. Obviously, I would like to see this Jarno Vidar group catch up, just to see how this Category 3 climb plays out, because it does get very steep towards the end of this Category 3 climb. Let me catch up on the chat. Podium battle is going to be fun, Steve. I agree. I agree with you there. I'm just going to skip over the chat that is currently going on in the chat at the moment, so I will I will let you discuss that. I will just read on, so I will. Doesn't Sepp live in Andorra? He might know the roads well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sepp does live in Andorra, so he probably knows these roads. Like, he's probably past his house already, so I could understand why he's doing quite well on these ones. He probably just thinks this is a training ride, because we're not that far into this race and we're only in stage 4, so he's probably just treating it as a wee training day as well. Camera pans back to Tadej Pogačar. 3 minutes and 11 seconds is the gap. So my new prediction for the 3 to 4 minute mark is looking good. I was getting a bit shaky for the 5+, but the 3 to 4 minute mark, I think I'm pretty happy with that prediction, provided it stays as it is. I still think we're going to see an attack from someone in the chasing group, which could bring the time down quite a bit. 18.6 kilometers. I've just realized it says 30k on my screen. There's 18 kilometers to go. I'll change it to 15 because I'll forget to change it again. But we've got 99 people in here, so if you are new, welcome to the Final K. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm going to be live for the stage tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm live all the way up until next Thursday. Next Thursday is the last stream. So subscribe, watch along, step to date, get involved in the chat. Let me know, who you think is going to finish second in this race. I've got a poll for what you think the time gap is going to be. I should have had one for who you think is going to finish second, but I thought the time gap was a bit more amusing. So out of these 5, who I think is going to come in second place, I'm going to go Oscar Onley. I think Oscar Onley is he's been following the attacks good. He's been looking good on the climbs, and I think he's got a better sprint than the majority of the people in this group. I mean, Gal in a sprint, he needs to sort of get away by himself. Kuss, wouldn't put it past him. Mass is another one where, I mean, in a sprint, I'd probably fancy my chances. No, I'll take that back. But Roglic, if Roglic is able to stay in the group, I would be swaying towards him as well. But I'm gonna say Oscar only to get second. My original prediction was Carapaz, so I mean, it just shows you how well my predictions are going. So take Oscar Only's prediction with a pinch of salt, and hopefully I don't scud him. Put it that way. Right, so we're on the descent. Sorry, we're on the descent of the last Category 1 climb. We're gonna hit the next Category 3 climb very soon. The way this climb, I mean, the climb itself, 3.8 kilometers long at 5.6%. However, it's split into two sections. So the first 1.2 kilometers of this climb, you're talking, this is in 400 meter increments. You're talking 8%, 8%, and then 10%. From 1.2 kilometers into this climb till 2.4 kilometers, we're on a sort of a descent with minus percentages. And then the final, why am I struggling to take this? The final 1.4 kilometers off this climb, 7.6%, 8.9%, 8.1%. So this is a climb that is in two sections. So it is the first part steep, the middle part, or sorry, it's in three sections. First part steep, middle part, wee bit of a descent, wee bit of a relaxing time for the guys chasing Tadej Pogačar, and then we're hitting the steep section again. 1,300 meters of elevation. Jeez, it's only 3.8 kilometers long. Well, PCS have said it as well, that the last 1.3 kilometers of this climb have an average of 8.6%. Carapaz, I've just seen there, the Carapaz group, 14 seconds behind on this descent. Will they be able to catch up? Who is at the front of this group? I mean, the camera's currently on Only, Gal, Kuss, Roglic, and Maas. I haven't seen the Mühlberger, Skelmuza, Carapaz, and Jarno Vidar group in a while. Camera pans back to Pogačar with exactly 15 kilometers to go now. But the Mühlberger, Skelmuza, Carapaz, Vidar group, I'm still holding out hope. I mean, if Vidar can pull something off here, that would be. I keep speaking about him. I just hope he does well. I mean, his Grand Tour debut, he's only 20 years old. I mean, he rode the Vuelta Burgos as well. 2 top 10 finishes. That included a top 5 finish. And his first race of the season was the Figueira Champions Classic in Portugal, where he got 4th. I actually remember seeing the highlights of that one. So he is. I think a stage like this does suit Jarno Vidar. However, we did see him in the Tour de Suisse, was it? Yeah, the Tour de Suisse, the final stage where Jaws was chasing down poor old Lenny Martinez. Jaws being Tadej Pogačar, but when we seen Lenny Martinez get slowly but surely chased down by Tadej Pogačar, we seen Jarno Vidar come out of nowhere, and that was on a mountain finish. So hopefully Jarno Vidar is able to hold on for the next 2 weeks, and we do get the same. But here we go, cameras on Richard Carapaz's group in the distance off the Roglic and co group. The gap, they just can't close that gap. Skelmuza and Mühlberger have done no work at all. It has been Jarno Vidar and Rich. Oh, never mind. Skelmuza's at the front. I mean, I wouldn't expect Mühlberger to do any work, but we do see Skelmuza at the front now. We didn't really see him at the front on the climb, but we do have him at the front now in the flat section. Is that a small attack there by Kuss? He looks over the shoulder as he opens up a gap on Roglic, but Roglic is closing that gap down. With all eyes are on Tadej Pogačar at the moment. On this descent, he's about to hit the foot of this next climb, and like I said, 3 parts to this climb. First part steep, second part wee bit of a relaxing one, and then the final part is very steep yet again. Who's going to get mogged and who's going to get dropped today? Well, I'll tell you what, Anthony, everyone's been dropped. Everyone has been dropped by none other than Mr. Tadej Pogačar. So he's been controlling this race. He's been dictating this race. He's like the puppet master. He's just playing everyone with the strings, and he's just controlling everything. Right, where am I in the chat? Vidar said he was feeling good yesterday, and that is a shame the stage ended the way it did. I'm pretty sure at that point in the stage, I think Mads Pedersen was still there. Correct me if I am wrong, but if you watch back and look, when Tadej Pogacar goes to point left, I'm pretty sure you can see Mads Pedersen at distance. So Mads Pedersen was still there. I don't know how I got on the Mads Pedersen talking about Jarno Vidar, but oh, here we go. They've been caught. Skelmoza has bridged the gap. Round of applause to Skelmoza. Jarno Vidar and Carapaz did it in the climb, and Skelmoza does it on the flat, and they become a group of 9. This is going to make this battle for second that bit more interesting. Everyone's back together. Mühlberger, he's done no work at all, but he now realizes the group's back together. He's going straight to the front, and he's going to stick the foot down for Felix Gall and try and drop a lot of people here on this final climb. We're still on the descent though. Tadej Pogacar currently doing 70 kilometers an hour. They were doing on that the first descent, I'm pretty sure they were doing near 100 kilometers an hour, which is just crazy. But 70 kilometers here. They're on big wide roads, and there's no cliff to fall over, which is good. So, I mean, you like a wee descent like that. What is the gap? I mean, the gap is 3:05 at the moment. 3 minutes and 5 seconds is the gap. It was about 3:16, something like that. It was definitely in the tens. But 3:05 currently. Does Tadej Pogacar get out of the saddle and put in an attack here on the final climb, or does he just ride at his own pace? Hopefully he does some form of an attack so that my prediction for the time stays relatively accurate. Now this Vuelta only needs a good Omerzel, and I'm assuming you mean Torres Bomba. I mean, I did see Omerzel was riding it, so I'm definitely keeping my eye on him. There's a lot of debutants at this that I'm hoping pull something off at some point in this race. But we're in the final 10k. I didn't actually realize. I'm a good host. Didn't even realize we're into the final 10k. So we've got 9.4 kilometers to go. We're into the final 10k. The gap. So you're telling me Mühlberger catches up. Mühlberger catches up to this second group. He goes to the front. He's drilling it on this descent, and Tadej Pogacar still takes another 6 or 7 seconds on them on the descent, and he's solo. 8.9 kilometers to go, and Tadej Pogacar has just, I believe, hit the foot off this climb. I believe he has just hit the foot of it there, the Alto della Comel, if that is pronounced correctly, but that is the climb we have currently just hit. Category 3 climb, 3.8 kilometers long, has an average of 5.6%. The last 1.8 kilometers, 1.3 kilometers have an average of 8.6. And like I said, it's split into 3 segments. First segment, the first 1.2 kilometers are very steep. The next 1.2 kilometers are sort of up and downish, with minus percentages. And then the final 1.4 kilometers are steep yet again. But Tadej Pogacar is on it. He's got 3.7 kilometers. He's already done 100 meters of the climb already, that fast. But the gap is 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Getting a wee aerial view of it looks like a nice wee town area. We're in Andorra, so don't know the name of the town, but I've seen enough of the town. Let's get back to the race. Come on, give us a. And we'll go back to Pogacar. Where's the chasing group? We need the chasing group. The camera's just on Tadej Pogacar. The Vuelta organisers are wanting as much screen time for Tadej Pogacar as possible, even though the race is happening right behind them. It's just, it is genuinely weird seeing Tadej Pogacar just in full red. And I'm so used to seeing him just in yellow, or the World Champions jersey. So to see him completely dripped in red it's hard to get used to. Right, where are we now? What sort of, is this still Tadej Pogacar? It's still on Tadej Pogacar. We've lost coverage of the chasing group. 3.2 kilometers at the top of this climb. Tadej Pogacar gets out of the saddle now. The gap is 3 minutes and 9 seconds. See if this camera pans back to this second group and there's an attack off the front that we have missed. I'm going to crack. Because we're just watching Tadej Pogacar Tuesday afternoon ride up this climb. Is that a guy dressed as an alien? Yes, it is. Two guys dressed in the big alien blow up suits. I'm sure they are feeling some heat there. That is, they're fair play to them for standing that suit in the heat. Right, come on, switch the camera and show us something else. Yes, Tadej Pogacar is great. Yes, we can see him climb it. Right, here we go. We've got the camera on the second group. However, it's a helicopter camera and they look like ants. So I don't know who's at the front. I don't know who's at the back, but I can tell you that I can't even count who's there. There we go. Camera's back. Mühlberger at the front. Felix Gall in second wheel. Oscar Only's in third wheel. Then Mas, Vidar, Carapaz, Roglic, Kuss, and Skelmose. Did someone drop? No, I'm getting ahead of myself. But the band's back together thanks to Skelmose on the flat. And they hit the foot straight away here on this climb. They're on the climb now. Who's going to make the first move? Skelmose, he's at the back, and he stayed at the back for, even before the first attacks happened on the last climb. Skelmose has just been comfortable at the back. I think he's happy to let everyone else work for him. But if there is an attack, he's going to get caught out here because he is the last rider, and there are currently 8 other riders in front of him. Mühlberger, though. Mühlberger's doing what Mühlberger does, and we've seen him do it in the Giro d'Italia. He was a great help for Felix Gall, and I don't think it's confirmed yet, but I do believe in the background is a Mühlberger and Felix Gall move to Little Trek, so Skelmose is maybe just seeing what his teammates are all about here, letting them do a bit of work. See if they return the favour. See if they can help him out at some point, but Mühlberger to Felix Gall is like... it's like, what do you call it? Peanut butter and jam, peanut butter and jelly, or whatever you call it. They just work really well together. Mühlberger knows exactly what Felix Gall needs, and he knows how to and he knows how to be a good domestique, and he's a very good domestique for Felix Gall, and he's proving it now. But I think he is going to prove it as the Vuelta España continues. And he's still at the front. He is still at the front. Everyone just tuning in, is Tadej Pogacar winning the stage, says Poker. He is winning the stage, and Skelmose has dropped. Skelmose is the first one to drop. He's the first one to feel the heat, and as he has dropped off the back, this group now becomes a group of 8. We've lost a member to the band. Skelmose is gone. Mühlberger's pace is too much for him. Who's the one at the back now? Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me. Is that Roglic? Is that Roglic at the back? They're showing slow motion replays of the climb that happened 20 kilometers ago. Why? See, sometimes the TV coverage we're just getting good coverage there of the climb, and they cut back the slow motion. We're getting slow motions at Tadej Pogacar descending, but they cut back the slow motion when there was a group of 5 and Mas was at the front. Camera now goes to Tadej Pogacar. 6 kilometers to go. 2 minutes and 57 seconds is the gap. So will they be able to finish under the 3 minute mark or over the 3 minute mark? But Tadej Pogacar gets out of the saddle now. He's just been told over the radio that it's under 3 minutes, and he says that's not happening on my watch. I want 3 minutes or more. He hits a 6 kilometer banner. But I tell you what, the pace Mühlberger's setting, Roglic is the last man in this group at the moment. It goes Roglic, Carapaz, Vidar, Kuss. They're the final 4 riders. Please, Roglic, don't break my heart. Don't break it. You give me so much hope there on that last climb. Stay with him. Everyone's like sort of out of the saddle. Roglic has stayed in the saddle, but he's still holding the wheel. Carapaz, Vidar, Kuss, all out of the saddle here, trying to keep up with the pace of Mühlberger. Gall looks as comfortable as ever. Oscar Only, I tell you what, he hasn't really attacked. He's just been following attacks, but he's currently sat in third wheel. He's looking as comfortable as ever. He was my prediction to finish second for this race. Will he be able to... Felix Gall is going to attack here over the top of this climb. Will Oscar Only be able to hold the wheel of Felix Gall? That is the question. Who will be able to hold whose wheel whenever Felix Gall attacks, pretty much? Unless someone else beats him to the jump and Felix Gall gets caught off guard, quite like he did when Enric Mas attacked there in the previous climb. Skelmose, he's already 15 seconds down. I feel for him. I did predict him to finish in 6th, and there's 2 guys from my top 10 out already. Luke Tuckwell and Skelmose. But no, Skelmose, it's not over yet. He's still got a time trial to do. And I'm hoping the form from the Tour de France continues. But 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Mass's fourth wheel. Who's going to attack first? Will Gal attack first? Or will we see... I don't see only attack. Oh, will only might attack, you know. Roglic is still the last guy in this group. He's still the last one on Carapaz's wheel. I tell you what, I see if a Jarno Vidar second place. It's looking like a good option here. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking it's looking good. 5.2 kilometers for Tadej Pogačar. We've got people running alongside him, recording him, witnessing greatness. The crowds are out in full force. The guy that was running can't even keep up with Tadej Pogačar on this climb. He's going that quick. 400 meters to the top of it. 2 minutes and 52 seconds. So Mühlberger is slowly but surely he's just ticking down the time. Obviously not taking it down as much to bring Tadej Pogačar back. He's just doing it to annoy me so that they finish 3 minutes under. I think that's the whole purpose of that. Let me catch up on the chat, see what's happening. Breakaway's fuming that Scalmoser's dropped. He's not happy with that. Hey, look at the crowd. I tell you what. The Andorra crowd is there's a UK flag in the background. But they're looking good. They're out in full force. As he crosses the top, is that it over already? Oh, it was 400 meters. The climb's over for Pogačar already. I tell you what, these boys better start sticking attacks in. I do not want a bunch sprint for second place. I want like a small, like maybe two or three battling for the podium. I don't want the full Mühlberger train over the top of this climb. Give us a bit of action. We're now watching Tadej Pogačar on the descent. We're on the descent here. You pan it back to the chasing group. 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Tadej Pogačar should... Oh, here we go. Felix Gal attacks. Gal has attacked. Oscar Olney goes with him. Jarno Vidar, he attacks as well under the wheel of Oscar Olney. He slots in the third wheel. But Felix Gal, he puts in the attack. 2 minutes and 48 seconds is the gap. Who's next to drop? Mühlberger's gone. Mühlberger still hasn't even come around that corner. He's done. But I do tip my hat to Mühlberger. That was a very, very strong performance. But no one else has dropped. Does Carapaz drop here? Is he struggling slightly? Roglic, I tell you what, Roglic is still looking good. Roglic has moved from last wheel all the way up into, I'd say, about fourth or fifth wheel. He's now on the wheel of Enric Mas. I'm going to keep going back to him. I mean, everyone in this group has, great stature, great, you hear their name and you go, oh, hold up, never mind. I'll go back to my point in a second. Is Roglic going to put an attack here? Is Roglic going to attack? Roglic is now at the front. Mas is in second wheel. Vidar in third. Oscar Olney in fourth. Seb Kuss in fifth. Gal in sixth. And Carapaz has dropped. Carapaz has hit the limit and he is done. 3.7 kilometers to go for Tadej Pogačar. 2 minutes and 47 seconds for the group chasing. And Carapaz has hit the limit. He has hit the limit and he's out of the side. I tell you what, Carapaz just puts a smile on my face. He's dropped and he's still getting out of the saddle trying to bring it back. He's not giving up at all. I love to see it. But I think he's dropped now. I think it's safe to say he's dropped. Scalmoser has caught Mühlberger. If anyone was curious, the camera pans back to Scalmoser now. He's currently sat about near 20 seconds, about 18 seconds down on this group. Mühlberger's on his wheel. Only attacks. Only puts in an attack. Is it too late though? They're about to hit the top of the climb, but only puts in an attack here. I mean, it's not going anywhere. Gal is glued to his wheel. They hit the 5 kilometers. There's 2 kilometers between this chasing group and Tadej Pogačar. But Oscar Olney has not given up on this attack. He's still out of the saddle. It's like a sprint. You think it's a flat stage with Oscar Olney here. He's not giving... Sit down. What are you... He has not given up with this attack. Felix Gal, he's got the look of grimace on his face and he's still in second wheel. He's holding it together. But Oscar Olney finally sits back down and he gets out of the saddle again. He just sat down for the corner. We're now on the descent and Oscar Olney is leading him into the descent and it looks as though he wants second place. Camera pans back to Richard Carapaz as he crosses the top of the climb as well. But where is everyone else? Where is Vidar? I mean, I did see it was Gal, or the groups. There's 2 stragglers off the back that need to close a bit of a gap on the descent. But I don't know who's at the front. We get yet again another helicopter. I think it is Oscar Olney still at the front. Who's in last? I don't know. I can't tell. But the camera pans back to Tadej Pogačar with 2 kilometers to go. 2 kilometers to go exactly for Tadej Pogačar. 2 minutes and 42 seconds is the gap. Happy to see Vidar get involved with it for the first time. That's where I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say for the before Roglic sort of baited me with an attack. But I was saying, when you look at all the names involved in this chasing group, you look at them and you go, you expect them to be there. But when you look at, you see Jarno Vidar still holding on, you go, you know what, fair play. That is a very good performance. And hopefully it's the first of many in this Vuelta. He doesn't, I mean, the Lotto Intermarché team isn't really the best, you know, GC team for someone like Jarno Vidar, but it's his first Grand Tour. And I tell you what, he's, tip my hat to him. 1 kilometer banner for Tadej Pogačar. He's into the final 1 kilometer. Will he win the race? Will Tadej Pogačar win this race? I don't know yet. The jury's still out for me. I'm not sure. I think the 2:48 time gap between himself and the chasing group, I think they might be able to close it here in the final 800 meters. But don't forget, if you are new, there's 132 people in here, but if you are new, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm going to be live again tomorrow for the Vuelta. I'm live all the way up until next Thursday. So subscribe, get involved, watch along, you know. Recycling community, get involved in the chat. Let us know your opinions on cycling and stuff like that. So it's a safe space for cycling fans. So, you know, if you do subscribe, welcome. But round the final few bends for Tadej Pogačar, he takes a sip of his water for probably the first time in a couple hours and didn't want to put any extra grams on. So he finally takes a sip, punches the air. He's looked behind him, and I don't even know why they look behind him, because if he's seen someone behind him, he'd probably be gobsmacked. But there we are. We've got 25 meters to go. Hands off the handlebars, points to the sky, and Tadej Pogačar wins stage 4. Massive roar out of the Slovenian. And I mean, what can you say? Like, Tadej Pogačar is just him. It's just, what can you... Just what a performance. I mean, now we have to wait 3 minutes for the next group to cross the line, and it's going to be the battle for second, the battle that all eyes have been on here, bar Tadej Pogačar's eyes, but everyone else has been waiting to see what happens for this battle for second. But Tadej Pogačar wins stage 4, and it is his second stage win already. His second stage win already. If you're not a if you're a Jonas Vingegaard fan, you don't like Tadej Pogačar, this is going to be a long one. This is going to be a long Vuelta España. If you're a Jonas Vingegaard fan and you do not like Tadej Pogačar, I wish you luck for the next 3 weeks. It's going to be a rough one. They're showing a replay. Can we get a camera on the second group? It's not as if he sprinted. We're gonna see the photos after of him cheering. But where's the... See if the camera pans back in this second group, has 100 meters to go, and I don't know what's going on it. I don't... Right, they're taking the slow-mos. They're taking the mic here with a slow-mo. They're just showing the finish yet again in the slowest possible speed possible. Can we get a camera on the chasing group? Even if it is a helicopter camera, I will squint to try and figure out who's who. Are we going to get it? I don't think we're getting the camera here on this second group. The camera's still on Tadej Pogačar. It's been 2 minutes. They were 2 minutes down. I bet you they do. I bet you they just show the final sprint here between these guys. Tadej Pogačar's way back to the team bus. That's how far ahead he was. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We've got the group now. How many are left? 6 are remaining in this group. Who dropped? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who dropped? Oh, sorry, I was looking at PCS. It is 6. Sorry, they've still got Mühlberger in the front group. But everyone's looking at each other. Maas is at the front. Seb Kuss in second wheel. Roglic third. But here we go. The sprint is opened up by Felix Gall. He opens up the sprint and he's going for it. Jarno Vidar in second wheel. Will Jarno Vidar get second, or will Felix Gall beat him in a sprint? Jarno Vidar comes on the right-hand side here. Felix Gall. What is going to happen? Felix Gall still in second. It looks as though Jarno Vidar's coming through. Jarno Vidar's going to take second place. Is he going to get it? He does get it. Jarno Vidar takes second place for this race. Felix Gall, I mean, gobsmacked at that. Felix Gall finishes in third, but Jarno Vidar takes second. I tell you what a performance by Jarno Vidar. Unreal. Carapaz crosses the line there, so he doesn't lose that much time, but yes, he does still lose time. Where Skelmoza is, I have no clue. I want to see where everyone else finished in that sprint, because I'm interested in that. But if you are, I expect a lot of people to drop out now, but I think Scalmos is crossing the line now. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I will be live again tomorrow, so if you want to join, watch along for tomorrow. Subscribe, turn notifications on so you know exactly when I do go live as well. I try to go live about 40-50k from the finish, but turn the notifications on just in case you do miss out. So, and as always, 136 people in here. It's greatly appreciated, everyone joining. And it's been fun as always, but I'm waiting for the top 10. We've got the top 3. We know who the top 3 is, but I want to see who beat who in this sprint. I want to see what the final outcome was. There's Ramses De Bruyne. We're getting the rest of the guys finishing now. Tadej Pogacar's back to the hotel and everything. He got a taxi back. He didn't want to wait for the rest of the team, but he's back at the hotel and all. Where's the rest of the guys? Here we go. So we've got the top 10, I guess, because Mühlberger would have finished in 10th, but Tadej Pogacar wins the stage. Jarno Vidar gets 2nd place. Felix Gall, he finishes in 3rd. Oscar Olney takes 4th. Seb Kuss in 5th. Enric Mas in 6th. Primoz Roglic 7th. And Richard Carapaz in 8th. And then Scalmoza and Mühlberger 9th and 10th. It was 2 minutes and 39 seconds, the gap between them. So that is what the time gap was between 1st and 2nd. I said it was going to be 3 to 4 minutes. Everyone else went from 1 to 3 minutes. So, 50% of the people who voted there, you got it right, so fair play. Can anyone see Tadej slipping up? No, I don't. I think he's just gonna do what he does best and just win it. He's back on the bike and all, waiting for the interviews. But Tadej Pogacar wins it. That's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching the Final K as always. If you were in the chat or you just watched, hello Ian as well. All the best, and all the best, Crandon, Empty, Kat, Eddie, Shelley, Steve. I think I said Empty, but you'll get another one, Empty. Lynn as well. All the best to everyone that was in the chat, and I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Stage 4 is wrapped up with a 50-kilometer Tadej Pogacar solo win, and we move on to stage 5, where hopefully Tadej Pogacar doesn't do the same, but wouldn't surprise me. Thanks for watching the Final K, and all the best.